and we're so happy to be part of your Monday morning. Razak, the editor of Business Day newspaper, is joining us again as usual this Monday. Razak, good morning.
Good morning,
Thank
Debo.
you so much for
Good
joining
morning,
us.
big day. I think I was raised from the ghetto, so I'm going to get to this.
Omo ghetto.
No, there are some things that I'm not allowed to say. You can say it yourself. So that was why I said it that way.
I think I was raised from the ghetto, so
That's-
that's it.
Okay, so we have a couple of interesting stories this morning. We'll be looking at the national dailies. This is the segment where we discuss some of those interesting national issues, and we'll be taken up with a report by the Punch newspaper. Tinubu urges ECOWAS leaders to emulate Ghana's democratic maturity. President Bola Tinubu on Sunday urged leaders in West Africa to draw inspiration from Ghana's recent peaceful elections as a model of democratic maturity and commitment to national unity. President Tinubu said this at the opening of the 66th ordinary session of ECOWAS at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. The opposition came to power in dramatic style, and Nana Akufo-Addo says, of course, he's good with it, and he's been eased out recently. And this is the second time Muhammad is also coming. The election came and went peacefully, and everybody is talking about it across the world now. It's a good model, but it's not as if Nigeria has not experienced that before too. So it's a good report from Africa, especially from West Africa up to now.
I think what Ghana did, it's commendable, and it's based on the fact that they are a bit ahead of us in terms of data collection and ICT. If you look at Ghana, for instance, as small as it is, and in population, in size, you want to agree to me that they're a bit they are a step further in terms of data collection, in terms of ICT compliance, and of course, you have data uh, being reliable in data in Ghana. You have data in Ghana that you can lay your hand on, and don't forget this is a country that they know their population. Unlike Nigeria, we've been having different figures of our population of different things in the name of collection of that data. Don't forget, we have NIM that's under the presidency, done by NIMC. We have Nigeria Population Commission, all of us in terms of childbirths and death records. We also have the BVN, Bank Verification Number. That's a must for everybody to operate a bank account. We've been having series of all these documentation and data collection, but it seems they are not working because as of today, Nigeria is still going to spend billions of naira going to population census next year. And don't forget, somebody wanted to do that census before, and they spent more than 200 billion naira to acquire some of these equipment they said they want to use. I don't know why equipment that they used to capture us during the elections cannot be used for the population census. I don't know why those beavers, I don't know why all those things that they used to capture all of us cannot be deployed for the resolution at the National Population Commission. I don't understand why we need to duplicate efforts, resources. It is because of corruption that is affecting us, and that's the reason we are not getting rightly. Unlike Ghana and some other countries, they have data collection, and they are reliable with their data collection. In Nigeria, when you do something this year, or when government do something this year, another government, when they come tomorrow, they jettison everything and they are doing another thing entirely. This is a sheer waste of resources. This is a sheer lack of is a sheer lack of focus and sheer what I would call recklessness. Because if you have all this data already available, why do we need to spend billions of naira? So you can liaise with BVN. we can liaise with the bankers committees and the CBN to get the data of those that bankable Nigerians going forward. Then you outside those bankable Nigerians to register them, because ordinarily, if you need my detail, just go to my banks that I'm operating. You get my detail. Detail for you. Detail. So they will only concentrate on who? On those that are covered, and they have not captured. But in the case of it will save more time, save more energy, save more resources. But in the case of Nigeria, somebody has been given that contract, who is one godfather somewhere, or political follower somewhere, in order to, like we say in Nigeria, shop for the boys. So I don't understand why we need to be going round in a circle. I don't understand why Nigeria is just like that, and it's giving us a trend, and it's telling us it's giving us a kind of what will happen in the future. Don't forget, Trump, we thought he would not win. Opposition came and dislodged the sitting Joe Biden, as well as the woman Kamala. That was the turn of America. It was the turn of Ghana last week. The opposition came to defeat the incumbent. Of course, as a matter of fact, the running mate was immediate past vice president Bahumia. So now, if care is not taken, people are actually, I read in my paper this morning, somebody sent opinion, and of course, what is that person talking about? He's talking about that might happen in a situation whereby somebody like Jonathan can come back and still win election in 2027. I think it is a lesson, or it is a wake-up call to the ruling party, to All Progressive Congress, to ensure that the good thing is done, in order not to allow opposition on them 2027. Because the way things are going now, if they don't put their house in order, if economy is continuing to be going down the drain the way it's going now, if people are still hungry and angry, then 2027 might not be rosy for APC. So it is a wake-up call to them. And thank God, Baba himself is saying that, he's commending that election in Ghana. He himself, maybe at the end of the day, he should accept defeat, because as it is today, is the one leading the Africa, West Africa, to tell us that the election they did in Ghana, it's very good. The election they did in Ghana is peaceful, it's credible. He's the one. He's the one even commending them now. So I hope that will not happen to him in 2027. And the way he can prevent that not to happen to him is to do the needful. What is the needful? The inflation rate is increasing on a daily basis. What is the needful? Nigeria are hungry and are hungry. What is the needful? The price of rice is more than 100,000 naira today, and he met it less than 60,000 naira. So the needful is to bring it back to where he met it, even if it could not go down. It could not go down further than where he met, because Yoruba will say, so I think that is what Baba can do to prevent that he is not defeated in 2027. He is my fan, no doubt about that. But if you are doing what is not normal, then everybody should be saying things that will make you to gear up and do the right thing.
Razak, politics is one thing. Economic possibilities and workings is another.
Yeah.
Now, before the initiatives and policies that brought us to where we are right now, we were told that these bring hardship. We were told. So why is what we're experiencing now going to be dictating or informing the possibility of what is going to happen during elections?
You're very right. Economics, they go side by side. If you don't get economy rightly, people will get angry. And if they get angry, they bring out emotions to tell you that, we want another person. We want a sigh of relief. So that is how you see that interrelationship between the politics and the economy. So if economy is not good, people will not go and vote you again. So that one is very certain. Then economics, fixing of economy, we've been told it will involve action. And of course, if we want to correct things that are bad, you expect action. And no doubt about that, Nigerians are ready to face the hardship. And don't forget, we waited for Baba Boaji for 8 years, telling us that it will get better. It will get better. But instead of that to get better, it got worse and became worst. So today, I want to commend Tinubu for what he's doing in terms of repayment of our loan. He has paid a lot of loans that this government, because at the time their own government, APC, came to power in 2015, they met less than 15 trillion naira debt done by Jonathan of PDP. But Baba Buhari increased with the APC government, increased that debt from 15 trillion naira to about 125 trillion naira. Look at that gap. So now, the man, when he got to power, he was using close to 90% to repay debts. And he has done a dot in repayment of debts. And why I am commending him of 704 local governments to do the needful, because the allocation has increased now. So he should monitor them to the latter and ensure that, what is doing in plenty should be cascaded down to all the government, to all the chairmen of central local government, so that everybody will benefit from it. But it's a situation whereby you are doing something in Abuja to better Nigeria, somebody somewhere is diverting it. So
to the nation, I should do the needful. So this is much more. All right, in this headline, we get to read that Nigeria's fulfilled 100% of its financial obligations to the Economic Community of West African States, making a full fame of the ECOWAS Commission. That's Dr. Mar Toure during the sixth ordinary summit of. Why are we borrowing? Why can't we just inject this into the economy?
That is part of it. You cannot inject the economy. That is part of the obligations that your government needs to be doing, your country needs to be doing.
So why are we borrowing them?
If you are in a club, for example, and you don't fulfill your financial obligations, you are as good as dead. So your financial standing must be boosted. And part of what we said they hold is that two governments hold it. Jonathan and Buhari, they did not pay at all. And these two former presidents, they were chairmen of ECOWAS when they were there, chairmen for nothing. And they did not pay financially, they did not fulfill their financial obligations. We need to cover our eyes in shame, because we are the leader of ECOWAS. At the time, Baba Gowon and Yasin Senior, that's the former president of Togo, signed treaty to establish ECOWAS in 1975. They were migration. The intention was to boost the economy of the Western Coast. The intention was to be your brother's keeper. They believed that Nigeria was a big captain, and is still a big captain. That with Nigeria, through Nigeria, they established ECOMOG. That is the army, that's the security outfit section of ECOWAS, and they were able to combat any body that stayed cool. They were able to combat any countries that's erring. It is because of the fact that we don't have standing ECOMOG. That's the reason the like of Burkina Faso, of Niger, the like of Mali are saying, go to hell, you can do whatever you like. It is because we don't have them, Nigeria. So Nigeria mean business now by financing them, by paying our financial obligation, so that these very threats this very deadline or ultimatum they gave to them that if you don't come back to ECOWAS by July, you will pay. So they can actually walk the talk now because Nigeria has real immigration and Nigeria is ready to support them, military wise, financial wise, and some other things. So they will, because I will not lie for you, Nigeria is the biggest brother in that ECOWAS. So if there's no Nigeria there, ECOWAS will collapse. So we are just playing our role as a big brother. We are just playing our role as a as the determinant of economy and politics in Western Coast. So it's commendable on the part of Nigeria, and this is part of the debts that are accumulated by Jonathan and Boaji. So if Tinubu is doing it, it is commendable. We need to commend him in certain areas, but we need to knock him in certain, because he is only doling out money. He does not monitor them. He needs to monitor to the latter. What are they using all these resources for? It's not that somebody will sit down in my local government in Abeokuta South and believe that I can get allocation and I can do it the way I like. No, that's the reason he needs to get licensed officers to monitor all. It should find a way of monitoring how they are doing things across Nigeria. So that is commendable on his part. Repayment of all our loans, our debts, and is trying to boost the economy through the tax reform bill. Commendable. In fact, nobody has done it in recent past, but he needs to monitor resources as being distributed to every nook and cranny of Nigeria.
Okay, Mr. Razak, it's obvious that Nigeria wants to be the big brother. It's very good, but now what is Nigeria actually benefiting from ECOWAS?
We're benefiting a lot of things. I remember it's only because we are very lazy in Nigeria. We're supposed to be the one feeding all of them. Remember the former president of Abeokuta Chamber of Commerce and Ogun Chamber of Commerce. I'm talking about Wasiu Olaleye. He said something last time that Nigeria, for instance, was supposed to be supplying egg to, as of today, Benin cannot produce the egg that they need. That being the neighbor to Benin, we can use our connections to be supplying the surplus of our electricity generated that we cannot transmit. We are the one giving Niger, we are giving Chad, we are giving Benin, we are giving even up to Ghana. So the leftover of, because our own capacity cannot transmit all the generated power that we have in Nigeria. So we have surplus and we cannot keep it. So we are selling to them. When we are subsidizing fuel, they are taking much of it because all our neighboring countries, they are the one benefiting more of it. Why? Smugglers will take fuel out of Nigeria because it's cheaper in Nigeria. They go and sell it for them. So we are big brother in many facets of life to all of them. So we can actually harness all these things and develop it. Let's do legal business with them. We'll make more money from them rather than getting to go from them. We can actually get assembly plants that assemble our own vehicles instead of going to them, buying this sort of that and dumping ground. Nigeria has become an of correct all these anomalies.
That's what you mentioned is the business joy of some people.
But let me just quickly ask this: that some of these countries that they are threatening to join, that if they don't join ECOWAS,
the targets of Niger and Mali naturally is Nigeria. They know that Nigeria is the one that is not independent economically. We're not independent because we depend so much on them. Today, if you are going to celebrate Salah today, the bunch of all the rams and the cattle that are bringing is coming from Mali. It's coming from Nigeria and Chad. Nigeria need to be bullish in livestock production so that we block that. We don't depend on them. Nigeria, we need to come so far in terms of security because today the price of some commodities are falling in the market. For instance, the beans that they used to be selling in Lagos market for 150,000, that is 100 kilogram. It was reported weekend that is dropping to 100,000 naira because saying that they are fasting and they were able to go to farm again because Tinubu are so much empowered the Nigerian army, the Nigerian Air Force and Navy to dislodge all these people, another security agencies to dislodge. So they are fighting. You can see that every time they will say they arrest this, they kill this, they arrest the leader of this and that. So we need to commend him in that regard. So we have to commend them so that they can do more. they are doing more. Nigeria can, if you produce more, we will not rely on Mali that cannot even feed itself. We will not rely on Burkina Faso that is as small as Ogun State. So we need to really hit the ground running by ensuring that we become the big brother, in not by word of mouth, but by doing, but by economic standing, but by political standing. So that is what I think we do now. So that if that is done, all those countries that are making empty threats will either rejoin ECOWAS or be sanctioned heavily. So this is what we can do. But when they know that your big brother, we are the one feeding him. So if you want to do anything, you have to depend on. So that's the reason. So Nigeria want to itself from depending on all those small countries that are as small as Oyo or Ibadan, that are small as Ogun State, that are small as Lagos. So we need to harness our resources going forward. We are giants of Africa, and we must be giants of Africa by all means.
Okay.
Not by words
of
mouth.
Because of our time, I'm going to merge two together. They are both coming from the presidency, one from the Daily Sun and the other from the Nigerian Tribune. SGF Akume is urging that Nigerians should be understanding with the president that everything is going to be fine. That was reported by the Daily Sun. That means that president's reforms will boost the economy. And then another one is actually one of those things you mentioned earlier. It says, make judicious use of the increment in allocations.
That is it.
Presidency tells governors. So this is a direct message to the governors right now.
Definitely.
Increased allocation to you guys.
And the local government chairman, because you are the ones who
they're also
getting
allocations now. So it is time for you to make it count. Let the people feel the
that is it. Because that's increased. That's a spike in what they share from the FAC every month now. So if there's an increase in that, they should use that to cushion the effect of the action, the hunger that Nigerians are undergoing at this point. So that is what I think they should be doing. There's nothing stopping my local government, because it's urban. My local government is urban. I'm talking about doctors and local government. So invest in livestock production, in poultry, so that they can feed us. Where now we are going to Christmas now. The chicken will be sold as much as 50,000, 40,000 naira now. So how do you want people to celebrate Christmas when a live chicken is sold for 50,000? How do you want people? I was in Okemos on Friday buying a crate of egg for 6,000, 6,500. It's too unfortunate that our people at the corner of power are not lashing on this and ensuring that they are doing it. There's also stopping, like I said, our people to produce eggs and poultry product for us, even if they are urban. There's nothing stopping Abekuta not to go farm as little as they can. They have land mass that they can farm on. There's nothing stopping my second local government, which is Adeyinka, to go and farm. So they just need to be doing something. We need to tell our newly elected chairman, inaugural chairman in Ogun State, that they are not there for fun. They need to change things. They need to follow the footsteps of that renewed hope agenda, so that we will feed our people. Forget about governor. He's doing what he can do, but you need to support him. That is what you need to do, because government cannot be in Ikokia, in Waterside, at the same time. So you need to hit the ground running. Let's feel your impact. You are there now. You are representing me and you. So let's feel the impact. If they are not doing it rightly, who will do it rightly? All those chairmen, they are getting financial autonomy. I believe their money is hitting their account directly without government interference. So they need to hit the ground running. They need to show that they are earning more money now. Well, if you don't do that, like Oga said, I'm talking about Femi Falana. He said local government chairmen don't have immunity. So if they do rubbish, they'll be arrested immediately.
Anyway, 0803 437 9453. Let's open the lines for you to be part of this discourse this morning. 0803 437 9453 0815 032 0226. So, BJ, the next one.
Okay, so good to match. There's also it's on L. Let's pick that call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In fact, kudos to Razak Ayinla this month. He actually knows his onions. Oluronto Jelade is calling from Okiata.
Welcome.
You didn't mention this political office, the senators. Let me just go like this. Give all senators, all representatives in Abuja, all the state assembly members going to local governments and councillor. If all of them use their possessory allowance to impact their community, because each of them come from a polling unit, Nigeria will be good.
Yes.
So I enjoy all of them to do the needful, because when you anywhere you are, when they are talking about anything, Tinubu this, Tinubu that, but Tinubu cannot go to anywhere. So that's just what I want to say to what you've been saying. To those smaller African countries, we've been their father before now. We're not just called giants of Africa now. Liberia, where did they run to? Running the war. Yeah, now. The same thing with Rwanda and all those ones. So God will make us to go back to be that father that we used to be. South Africa can never forget Nigeria.
Definitely, amen.
So,
we go back to that, my God.
So I just pray that we go back to that being the giants we used to be. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. 003437945308150320226. Those are the numbers to call. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma.
Oh, good
You
morning.
guys
Oh, good morning, ma.
Good morning, ma.
Welcome on board, ma.
My sister, Mr. Jelade, has said a lot, and I appreciate her. What we are saying is we should still be drumming it to the ears of the chairman that they are now on their own, and the priority should be the welfareism of the people. How do they make their local government people comfortable, free democracy? The first chairman, or what do they call them, the councillors, they should know what the world needs, and they should please let this be tabled before the council or their house there, so that these people can now work on what they have brought to table. They should not just take the constituency money and run away from it. They should be properly monitored. And I'm still saying that the local government should not be left alone like that. The government should still have a way of seeing what is happening there. This is my submission. And I pray that by the grace of God, we shall have more of dividends and we can have more of progress in the different local governments. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. 0803-437-9453 and 0815-032-0226.
All right. Okay, let's put that call. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
You're fine, sir.
Razak,
Good morning, sir.
you have made me so happy today again,
Thank you, sir.
because in setting the scene, you said something. You said you are. Am I still all right?
Yes, sir.
You said you are surprised why we are duplicating a lot of things. We have so many data, BVN, NIN, and all the rest. And why do we need to still duplicate all these things when we want to do the population census? You said you don't know the reason why it is so. Me, I know the reason. The reason is corruption. So if you don't know, I know. The reason is corruption. That's number one. Number two, you commended Mr. President in certain segments. Yes, it is true. But Mr. President kept on saying we should just wait. We should persevere. I want to tell you this. Many people to start to enjoy all these policies that is pushing us into our graves now. How soon shall we start to enjoy the policies? You have said it that they should do the needful. The needful should be done. A lot of things are happening and them leading to deaths of so many people. And what is the source? The source is hunger. When somebody is not having 2 square meals a day, and through that he gets sick, and he goes to the hospital. Even where is the money to go to the hospital? Even if he goes, now they recommend something for him to go and buy. Somebody who never got the money to eat, which brought illness, where will he get money to buy drug? So that is the irony of it. The government should do the needful because people are hungry and are dying. That is that. Now, we thank God that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. It's still the giant of Africa. But we have to maintain that degree of being the giant of Africa by making sure the welfare of the people in this country is taken care of. People are dying, my dear brother. People are dying of hunger. Not of any other thing, but of hunger. Now, if they don't do the needful, remember when PDP was not doing well those days?
Yes.
People voted APC in. And people are tired of APC now because of hunger. If the needful is not done, definitely Nigerians will vote another party in 2027. God will spare our lives.
Amen. Amen.
To see the end of this suffering.
Amen.
Because we
Thank
are
you, sir.
in dire suffering now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I think we said it all. We are suffering. And people that are very hungry are also hungry. So whether we like it or not, people are.
Hello.
Hello, good
Hello,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
Alajimito Gunnar is my name. I'm talking from Mulakumuli. Mr. Dawood.
Razak.
Mr. Razak, sorry. Until the state governors, this administration, the APC administration, they are having about 24 governors. Until they are cooperate with the president. That is why all this anger will go. In the area of agriculture, we need mechanized farming. If the what's so called the governors targeted the agriculture where you will be out of this hunger people are saying about since this president God coming in. They have been out of hunger because if you ride tractors, even to target the business farmer, they will have been increasing production and you will have been relieved of what this expensive feeding we are running. And look at the issue of the tax too. They are getting more money. Look at the issue of tax reform we are getting. And you see the way, in fact, the governor, the what's so called APC have been not inducted of the governor. After 24, you see the way they are attacking it. Attacking those people that are in the before they see the time. And you don't see from those people that are not enjoying to say no, not the government that are now going to one way. And what is the purpose? The APC governors. What is the purpose? That is why we won't feel the common man, we won't feel the issue, the government, the president is doing. It will not get to the grassroots. Until of the local government, you go and note it down. So you can't get anything from the strategy. They don't receive the what's so called now because of those governors. They are not receiving, the implemented to pay to narration them is not functioning, it's not well now. They just only elect do the kangaroo election. So not like that, behave like that. So the president is doing it, but the government is going to attack. Look at that's wrong. Which it is good, but they make every governor to go and work.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, what is trying to say is that in some states or in majority of the states, you see that they don't have to the latter. But the right of the chairman of all local governments is to go back to the Supreme Court that gave the judgment and ask for the enforcement of the judgment given. So if that is done, all the governors will be
They don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice except to give them what is it. So I think they need to speak out. I think because if they suffering in silence, it means they are people and they are corporate in the way things are being changed. So I think they need to go back to court to ask for the enforcement of the judgment given by the Supreme Court. Any governor is not answering to their tone.
Well, our time is fast. Thank you all who called in. The lines are still beeping, but then our time is just fast spent.
You want to contribute a lot.
Appreciate it so much.
Yeah, Mr. Razak, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Comments. Want to appreciate the editors Chris Obo, Tony